It's 1980 and the FBI is cracking down on organized crime. Special Agent Lin Devecchio knows there's a guy that he needs to help him get the information that he wants. The FBI used him before, and now they had to call on him again. Devecchio goes to his house and puts his car in front of his driveway. Scarpa comes out and goes, "What the fuck do you want?" And Devecchio goes, "My name is Lin Devecchio. Here's my card. We could use your help." Scarpa, that guy that he went to, you know who it was? It was Greg Scarpa. He calls him 2 weeks. Scarpa, 2 weeks go by. Scarpa calls Devecchio, and he says, "Let's do some fucking business together, Mr. FBI agent." That was exactly how it went down. Everything we say in this podcast is true.
It's good.
It's a true story.
I like the suspense of and that Scarpa guy that he ran into. You're not going to believe it.
You wait till I introduce you, cunt. I have sound clips set up. You fucking asshole.
And that Tom Thakkar guy we're going to introduce later.
Yeah.
His name is Tom Thakkar.
You know what? Get the fuck out of my house, Tom.
This podcast sucks.
Jesus. Welcome to episode 6 of the only mafia crime podcast, the only mafia podcast on the internet. This is the Sitdown. How we doing, guys? Welcome to a special Christmas episode of our podcast. We hope you're enjoying the holiday season. We hope you're eating lots of cookies and whatever. We hope you got some time away from work to sit down and relax and listen to some pretty cool stories. But you know what doesn't take a break is crime. It never does. Even on Christmas, people are still getting whacked. They're still doing cocaine. You could almost say that it's a business that never closes. I got Merry Christmas so hard yesterday, by the way. I dropped off my girlfriend's car at the body shop, and this lady was like, she Merry Christmas me so hard, I joined ISIS. Anyway, our guest today is Tom Thakkar from the Stand By Your Band podcast.
That's right. Welcome. Thanks for having me, boys.
This is kind of like a podcast like yours because it's like, Stand By.
It is.
This is called Stand By Your Heroes.
Stand by people who you agree with everything they did morally. one less greasy Italian.
Wait, keep the song on though.
Okay.
I don't know if there's I can't think of a better singer than Otis Redding.
This is good.
Yeah, he's up there.
It's good, right?
Good. What's he up to? This is good.
Yeah. I'm sick of people who shit on Christmas music too.
Yeah?
Oof.
You just said you're
you celebrate
enjoying ISIS.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, of course. I love Christmas.
Because you're,
Oh, what the fuck, man?
you're half not Christian.
Come on, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I celebrate half Diwali. Does ISIS have Christmas? Is there like
do.
a version of Christmas for ISIS people?
Yeah.
We
And
got
by
into this
ISIS
last
people,
week,
I mean
but-
Muslims.
Jesus Christ.
I'm kidding. Oh, no.
We got into this last week about how fun it must be to be an ISIS. Aside from the killing.
I like the part where you see them driving around on trucks.
Yeah.
And then the kids are like, oh, one day I'm going to be like those guys. I don't think that's how it is.
No?
No, I'm pretty sure it's scary for them. I have a friend who's he grew up in Afghanistan, and he said he would see like violence like that. He would see somebody just shoot a bazooka at a school or something like that and be like, well, guess it's Tuesday or whatever. It sucks here. It sucks being in Afghanistan.
Yikes. That's just what they do.
Yeah, they don't know no better.
Yeah, so we should take their lithium because we're going to do stuff with it. All right, anyway, folks. Yeah, well, as you can probably tell, I didn't do a ton of research this week. So we are...
That's why we're going to talk about Christmas.
We are killing time, baby. Wait, real quick, though. I just want to say, all right, Christmas...
Do you want Otis Redding back?
What?
Do you want him back?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
But wait, there is another... No, I don't. What are the best and worst Christmas songs?
Ooh, good. I think anything like Michael Bublé or whatever, I don't like hearing that shit.
Yeah.
Where he's like belting it out too much. But
Yeah.
I like, what's that one that's like,
Yeah.
Oh shit! Doesn't Paul McCartney have like a famous one that's like real good?
Isn't there a Wham one?
Yeah, what's the Paul McCartney one? Yeah.
I
I saw a meme recently. It said, "Last Christmas I died." It was George Michael. Last Christmas I died.
Yeah.
I think Wham's up there for me as far as terrible
Yeah?
Christmas songs.
I got to tell you, I think Mariah Carey's Christmas. I played that at the Christmas party the other day. Everybody was like, "No, what are you doing?" And then it came on. Everybody loved it.
Yeah,
It's a winner.
They don't know what they want.
People don't know what they want. That's
Right.
how I feel about these women these days.
You've come to the right podcast.
You gotta tell them what they want.
They got little brains. They don't know what they want. I'm just
You know
trying to
what?
match what I assumed this podcast was.
Well, that's why we're gonna have a shitty episode because you tried to be something you're not. Well, you're already trying to be something you're not because
What
you're
the
not
fuck?
Indian.
I'm Indian, all right?
You're fake Indian.
Oh,
Tom.
wonderful Christmas time is what I was trying to think of. I'm not
okay.
a fake Indian. My father was Indian, all right? Just because he abandoned me and left me culturally at a deficit doesn't mean I'm any less Indian.
Yeah, not to take a break from shitting on Tom real fast. I hate that song too.
Wonderful
what?
Christmas.
Yeah.
I love this song.
The Paul McCartney
I
song.
mean, it's bad. People do shit on it a lot, but I think it's fun. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
That's gonna be
Go
stuck
back
there
across the
forever.
pond, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
I do have kind of an issue with people changing their name on me. I just feel like your name is whatever it is when I meet you.
That's not fair.
And it's fine, but like you're still Tom Brady in my phone. Maybe
You
I'll
don't
make an
have to change
exception
it.
for you.
I had to change it, dog.
Yeah.
It sucked.
What? You
It was
started getting a
fucking me.
little attention.
Yeah, dude. I had all that industry.
You've been doing stand up for how long?
Like 8 years.
So why didn't you do it when you started?
Because I was
Tom
too
Brady was-
indecisive, and I thought that it would. I didn't think I would keep doing it. I thought maybe I would keep doing it, but I was like, it's not. I'm not going to change my name.
There's got to be a Tom Brady that's SAG too, right?
Yes, there is. The dude who
You just got into comedy to be close to Nikki.
That's right.
Then you-
That was it.
Yeah.
They're gonna put out that video of us at Red Clay.
Oh, they are? That was a lot of fun.
That was good. Mike wrote a sketch about Nikki. You should check it out.
I wrote a sketch
Is it
about
out yet?
what?
Is it out yet?
No, it's not out
But
yet.
like 6 years
Gilbert's
ago, I
gonna-
wrote a sketch with Nikki Glazer, and it was about like how like she rejects me, and then I try to kill myself, but I
fucks
miss,
up.
and I'm just retarded
It's
forever.
called Retarded
the sketch is
Forever.
called Retarded Forever.
What?
Yeah, I was like a younger comic, just finding my voice.
Is this a play?
What?
He
Yeah, it's like a
invited
little play.
Nikki to be a part of this, and in the sketch, she gets spit on by her.
Nah, by my brother because what the hell? Basically, it's like she doesn't like me, and I shoot myself. I
Jesus
attempt to kill myself, and then
Which
my
would have been
brother's
fine if it weren't in real life. Also,
yeah. Well, that is yeah. But hey, look,
Yeah, fuck you, Mike.
love makes you do crazy things. But so in the sketch, I see her later, and I'm like, my brother's wheeling me around, and my brother's like, look, he tried to kill himself because you were mean to him, and now he's retarded.
she's
forever.
like, "Oh, what have I done?"
Did you
Yeah.
learn your lesson?
Mike stands up out of the wheelchair like, "That's what you
I'm
get,
like,
you
yeah, that's
fucking
what you
bitch."
How many unearthed plays is this podcast gonna produce?
good.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Frank
Why
has-
did we do another
Dude,
one?
Frank has 9 plays he's written.
What?
He's written
my
9
God.
plays, and now I've found out Mike's written at
They're
least
all
one.
like he's a superhero
It's all written in
bodybuilder.
crayon, and it's like the one is like Frank yells at a woman. Frank smacks a woman.
Frank flexes, the woman becomes moist.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You know what's funny? Say what you want about Frank. I can't imagine Frank Terranova having to quit his job because of sexual harassment allegations.
Yeah,
Number
yeah.
one, because he doesn't have a job. But number two, because
What
I
does
don't
Frank
think
do? I
He's-
never
he
have
does
asked
a
him
bunch of
that.
stuff.
He's like a
Yeah.
dog walker / like, hustler
Okay.
for other stuff.
Frank got me big time the other day.
Frank's
about
got
it.
his he's got his hands in everything. He couldn't be here today, but well, I guess he probably wouldn't even want to talk about Scarpa because Scarpa's technically a rat.
Yeah. He hates
He hates
Scarpa.
rats.
Yeah.
I love rats, dude. No, I
Yeah.
mean like literal rats, but like I feel like I don't got it.
Yeah. When you see like people striking and you see that giant inflatable rat, you just
Oh yeah, dude.
get hard.
I love that. I'd fuck a rat if it were if it were hot.
If it was clean,
Yeah.
get tested first.
What's the worst Christmas song though? Can we go back to this?
Sure.
All right. Like I said, I realize we don't have that much to cover. It's only a couple things.
Yeah, because you already covered a lot of this dude, right?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna fill you in on him too.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
But
cool.
yeah. What'd you think about that KKK thing? That was cool, huh?
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, that's good that he did that.
Yeah.
You guys told me about that. Are you guys gonna play that clip, or is that from the last one?
Yeah, I think we will.
Nice.
Yeah. What are you? Are we going back to the Christmas song?
Anytime. Where was the KKK at in that story?
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Because KKK is pretty big in Indiana, too.
Are they?
Yeah, they're huge. People think the KKK started there, but it's like Tennessee, actually.
Yeah,
But
Nathan Bedford Forrest, right? Was the Civil War general that... I guess I know too much about this stuff.
It's always weird when you know a lot.
On my shoulder,
Yeah. Like, because I learned a lot because I was trying to like figure out about that, like why they were in Indiana, but it's like people like them in Indiana. Yeah, people are happy they're there.
Yeah, there's a whole subculture, right, of people who just know a lot about like the Third Reich.
Yeah,
because they were like a good army, I guess.
Yeah,
they had cool tanks.
People, you gotta respect that army, though. I know I don't agree with what they did, but
the tanks,
they are pretty smart. Yeah. Their guns, they're in their uniforms.
The salutes.
It is fucked up that they have that Nazi symbol. Because it is a cool symbol.
Yeah, and
it sucks that it's a pretty. There's an episode
I've never
of
associated it with anything else.
Is that the Native Americans had it before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It meant something nice before.
Yeah, it was like friendship or something. Yeah.
It's like when they took the word gay and turned it from happy to
to that sin. Yeah, to that choice that evil people make when they decide they want to go to hell and disappoint their parents. Jesus. Some of my best friends are evil
cool,
sinners.
We got to do an episode on like gay gangsters too. I'm sure there's a few we could talk about.
Oh, for sure.
Or we'll just watch that episode of Sopranos on loop.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Or The Wire. We've got The Wire.
Every episode I spoil. Matt's watching Sopranos now, and I spoil something. Yeah.
I don't remember half the stuff you say though about Sopranos.
Yeah. All right. Before we get into this, what's the worst Christmas song?
I already gave you mine. Mine's Wham's Last Christmas.
How is that one? Is that Last Christmas?
I'll give you my heart. I'll take it away.
Interesting.
We're editing this out.
All right.
I think it's the Christmas shoes.
Christmas Shoes is bad.
But then I heard another.
That's that bit from
about the kid with the dying mother.
Oh, okay.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send that over.
Fucking what's his name has a huge bit about it.
Matt Bronger has a great Christmas song bit about how like all the songs are scary sounding. It's like boom, 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 boom. Like what's happened? Why is this suspenseful?
Sounds like a bit of pussy would rap.
Jesus, got him.
Because I'm Matt Bronger. I'm afraid of Christmas songs. Why is everybody such a coward? You know who's not a coward? Greg Scarpa.
Even AIDS.
He wasn't. You know why I love Scarpa? Because he wasn't afraid to say, "Hey, listen, I don't want no hospital blood."
You don't know what kind of.
You know that story. You know
yeah. That's what you were telling me right before. Actually, I knew that he got AIDS from the blood transfusion, but I didn't know that he provided the blood.
Yeah, he brought his own blood.
Yeah. It's from a dude he just killed.
Yeah. No, it's from one of his like associates.
Yeah,
the guy was a bodybuilder.
I figured it wasn't.
Yeah, he got it from a needle.
You think that? Oh, the bodybuilder got it from a needle, like he was doing steroids or something.
Yeah. And they would say that he had cancer. They wouldn't say, like, the family and everything.
Right. Man.
Which is funny.
Yeah.
But even like what do you think is scarier, Scarpa with AIDS or without AIDS?
Definitely with AIDS.
Yeah, with AIDS, he's got nothing to lose.
Right.
I mean, not that he gave a shit before, it seemed like, but it's funny that I watched an interview of him with AIDS.
Yeah,
and
I think we watched the same video.
Did we watch the same one?
I want to find a clip of that. Yeah,
there's a line that's so funny in it to me where he's talking about. He's like, "This is the hand I've been dealt," and he like threatens AIDS somehow. He's like, "Hey, one of us is gonna come out on top." Like,
yeah. I don't back down from nothing.
He's like,
AIDS.
Unless I'm gonna call its bluff or something. He says like it's AIDS, dog. You can't threaten it. He like has a gun on the table when he's talking to the doctor.
I ain't scared of nothing.
I never back down from anything. Yeah. Like, what are you? I'm gonna go on a fun run for this.
I'm going to find this. There's a clip where he's like, the guy's like, some people are saying that this disease is just giving you a license to kill. He's like, I can do that without it.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Which I'm going to find that.
That's in there. He's like, what? If I am the things that they say I am, why would I need AIDS?
Right.
Yeah.
I want to find this clip.
Okay.
We also do fake Blue Apron ads on the show.
I love that. I do that shit too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look for this, but after
Not with Blue Apron.
let me do it now. Hey everybody, Blue Apron. Are you a gay couple who loves to cook and you have a lot of disposable income? Try Blue Apron. You know, you don't want to go out. You're home. You're fucking each other in the mouth, fucking each other in the ass. You're having sex all the time. You don't want to leave your house. Also, you don't want to go to the grocery store and get ingredients. You want to cook quickly and then go back to fucking each other because that's what it's all about. Okay, so you want to spend $28 on salmon that you cook yourself, because then you don't have to leave and you can go back to your job in the morning, whatever it is. Blue Apron, the service for homosexuals.
Do you have like a promo code? Or?
Yeah. Yes, promo code cream puff. No, is that a slur?
It sounds like it. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's too bad considering you love the food so much.
What a great life, though, huh? Being gay.
Oh, it sounds great. If I could do it, I would.
Yeah.
I mean, if it weren't for
Blue Apron.
If it weren't for God, you know. Oh man,
there it is again.
Just sucking some hogs down, one after another, line them up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I want to play you guys a clip because this is like him sort of towards the end of his life, and he's being interviewed about the disease. This guy really he didn't lose anything. He didn't lose to AIDS. You could say he beat it.
Authorities have a theory that Gregory Scarpa got AIDS, and he used AIDS as a license to kill.
Wait, this guy is implying almost that he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
You don't want to be unlicensed.
Yeah. Got yourself some AIDS. Now you have a license.
All right, I got an idea. We're going to war. I'm going to give myself AIDS. That would be a great way.
We're going to the Lakers game.
Yeah.
I'm going to make Magic Johnson sweat on me.
Jeez.
One thing you got to say about they're not afraid of like dying.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean mobsters or people with AIDS?
I guess both. I guess people with AIDS are gangsters in a way. You
They're
know?
gangsters
of
blood risks.
Yeah.
Yeah, his daughter talks a little bit about it at risk or at length when she found out that he did get AIDS. Like he flipped to Mad Hatter. You know, he became a little more of a sociopath. He was like an enforcer before, like a loving father, but then the like psychiatrists like had told the family they needed to watch what they said around him because of the AIDS.
Damn.
Yeah, but that's like logical. I mean, you get AIDS. You have unprotected sex with as many people as possible because you're not going to be the only one who dies.
Yeah, you got to take some people down with you.
You got to take some people out. Yeah, it's what
like
you
that,
do.
Rock Hudson or whatever. Mm-hmm. Is that yeah. Got to take them down.
He called himself the James Bond of the mafia, and it's weird that they're saying that this was his license to kill.
Oh shit!
So that's
some would say he has a golden eye for destruction.
It's a weird connection.
Dirty finger. Here's Scarpa.
If I'm to be what they allege me to be, why do I need AIDS to be that way? I could be that way without having AIDS.
Man, that smile. He does like a little grin laugh.
Yeah. And it's crazy too. Like you kind of see in this video, like the interaction with his kids. We'll post a link to the video.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of my favorite clip of his that we have.
It's weird. This interview is weird as hell.
It's old, yeah, and it's like that. You can't find that tracksuit anymore. Not today.
I was gonna say you should get that tracksuit.
I couldn't find it. There's no way.
Yeah. Solid. It's a solid light blue tracksuit.
It's like a mesh turquoise, dark blue and white.
Yeah,
tracksuit. But yeah, so we'll link to that. But it is very interesting. And there was something else I wanted to say, but I forget what it was. Do you want to get into the Colombo Wars?
Yeah, a little bit. How did you want me to start off with that? Or, you know, just describe that this guy was an enforcer for the Colombo family.
Oh, I thought we could get right into that. But actually, when Matt got here, he was like, I don't know how we missed this joke, but he called himself James Bond. He's like, but James Bond didn't have AIDS. Am I right?
I feel like James Bond would have had AIDS. Like in
sure.
all reality, he's always banging jungle. Like he's just banging random women.
Banging jungle.
He's banging the jungle. There's a scene. I know that there's a scene in like Goldeneye or Tomorrow Never Dies or something where he just like fucks somebody in the jungle, and it's definitely unprotected. And it's like she's doing it to him as like a way of fighting somehow.
Oh,
it's weird. Like he doesn't want to bang her.
Was that Roger Moore? Was it Mayday?
No, this was Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, Goldeneye is
okay.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah,
He has sex with at least 3 women each film.
Yeah.
And there's been at least 40 films.
I think Pierce Brosnan was a terrible James Bond.
Whoa.
You think so?
Yeah.
Don't take back anything you can't.
Yeah. Wait.
He was too,
He was
that
great.
did not come out right.
I loved him in Goldeneye.
I thought he was great, but I think he was we were kids when he was. I mean, we all were.
Yeah.
I don't know why
But
he was such an
I always
older
liked
soul.
Sean Connery better. I don't know.
He's Sean Connery is better, but Pierce Brosnan. I think because it's like the film looks more modern, the special effects are better.
Yeah.
It's like cooler, and Goldeneye the video game made Pierce Brosnan seem cooler.
He was a victim of terrible writing in the 3rd and 4th film that he got.
Oh yeah, I didn't even watch the last one.
I also realized recently I don't give a fuck about James Bond. Really, there's nothing really.
James Bond sucks.
Yeah, he kind of sucks.
Yeah.
he's cool and he's
not that
smart
great.
and he's got gadgets and he fucks a lot.
No, that's why Kingsman
James
was so
Bond.
much better. I think Kingsman's so much more fun than James Bond because
Yeah.
it's like has a sense of humor about itself.
Right.
You know, you disagree with this?
Yeah.
James Bond. What are James Bond's? James Bond has no flaws.
And he's like not
That's what's
interesting
great about him.
Although I think
You know what
Daniel,
I wanna see?
Daniel
I wanna
Craig's
see-
the best James
He's
Bond.
You know what they'll never do because they're cowards. They'll never do a retarded James Bond.
Which is funny because like he's British, so it would be easy. Like also his teeth should be like fucked up and stuff. Yeah, they do need to make a dumbass James Bond.
Or they should have like Danny
Fucking-
DeVito as James Bond. I don't know. Not Seth Rogen because he's too much of a.
lumpy-headed James Bond.
Yeah, they should do Mindy Kaling as James Bond.
Keaton should be James
just-
Bond.
He would never be able to go undercover.
Keaton Jones.
yeah,
Like who's that retarded waiter serving us? Bond, James Bond.
Oh god,
Like, I don't think I'm allowed to give.
Is that
you
what we do
alcohol.
here, Matt? We make jokes at the expense of the mentally handicapped.
Way to punch
You're
down,
right.
Matt.
You're
Yeah.
right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're
I'm
really
sorry.
punching down.
You yelled at me before about you're supposed to be the likable one.
How about a little person, James Bond?
There you go. That's good. Wee Man or whatever.
Yeah.
Is he alive?
What?
Which one's dead? Oh, it's Josie. the Kid Rock
Josie
one's
Dunn.
dead.
Ryan
I think
Dunn.
all the other ones are alive. Yeah, Ryan Dunn's dead.
You know who else is dead? Is Chris Benoit.
Is that right?
Yeah, unfair.
That's too bad about Chris.
Yeah. Oh well.
All right,
Anyway, folks.
Man.
If anybody is listening to this episode for Mob History, they're going to be very upset.
Oh, my God.
It's fine. We find. All right, so let's get into the history a little bit. Okay, so Carmine Persico goes to jail in 1991, and there's a conflict between acting boss Vic Arena and Persico, who's in prison. Persico also wants his son to sort of continue the empire and take over. And I looked at a picture of Carmine Persico's son. It's so interesting to me, like mob bosses' sons.
Yeah.
Because they're always such fucking idiots. Like, we have to do an episode just on dopey sons.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Well, they're
Because
like at level. They're like that privileged kid, like the son
course.
of any rich person, where they don't have to earn their shit. So then they're dumb. They don't have a personality.
I would argue
Right.
the sons though have a little bit of a harder time just because of society. Because the daughter, like especially with Scarpa, his daughter survived, but later on, his son, after he dies of AIDS in '94, his son is brutally murdered.
Oh shit!
Because they found out about all the informant stuff, or at least that's one of the.
So they made him
theories.
pay by killing his son, but they
Right.
wouldn't do that to his daughter because they're
Right.
like, oh, that's a lady. See, this is why women make less money because they don't.
Why?
Because they don't get killed after, like, the son gets killed.
Yeah. We were also saying last episode, like, they never solved any murders until women were allowed on the force. Because it was just like, a bunch of scumbags killing each other. Who cares?
They're trash. I'm glad they're dead.
And women
That's
are
pretty
like,
much how
"No,
that that guy is. He's like, whatever, you kill him, and then that lady
Yeah.
in the interview is like,
Yeah, she actually gives a shit.
well, these are people being murdered. Like, you should care. Like,
Yeah,
but
right.
he's like, but he's giving us tips. It's like, yeah, so
Right.
that people don't get murdered. Like, what are you talking about?
Right. We'll get into that in a second. But yeah, this is a woke mafia podcast, and we support women in law enforcement.
Yeah, all souls matter, whether they're
So it's an anti-abortion podcast.
Yeah.
A soul. What is a soul? When does that happen?
This is him. This is Carmine Persico's son. He looks like somebody who works at a bank.
Yeah, he's got a goofy ass smile.
Yeah.
He looks like my stepdad.
Yeesh.
Dumbass. He just has a dumb grin. Like, people who don't even know how to smile, right?
Yeah.
Like he's showing too much teeth.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you,
So-
stepdad.
So Scarpa is loyal to Carmine Persico, and then Arena has his guys, and there's war, and they're killing each other on the street, and it's pretty bad. I think an innocent bystander was killed in one of these hits.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arena, he pulled the other capos, He's like, what do you guys think of this? I guess Prosecco had some he had a policy that he wasn't a fan of.
Did you call him Prosecco?
Yeah, I did on accident. The white wine.
Vinny Moscato. Yeah. At least, but I feel like at least the Italian, they're better at shooting people. They're better at hitting their target.
Yeah.
Unlike, some other
Oh my
kinds of
god, what's
criminals.
his name?
Wow.
All right, edit
shit.
that out.
Okay, we're cutting. I'm not gonna.
No, but I'm saying all these street gangs, they're always killing innocent bystanders.
Yeah, Mike
No, that's not
DiStefano
true.
had that joke about how they hold the guns sideways,
Yeah,
and that's why they can't hit anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, not my
like-
bit.
He's like, if 50 Cent was killed by Italians, 2 bullets, his name would be 48 cents. I miss that guy so much.
Yeah.
Why is he dead and everyone on At Midnight? No one who's done At Midnight has died.
I was hoping you were going to say a specific person.
Yeah.
It seemed like you were about to.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, totally.
Points.
On Tom's podcast, I was saying that what if I went to a screening of Hari's movie, The Problem with the Poo, and I just stand up and I'm like, yeah, I just want to say that I think this documentary is a poo.
Yeah. They were like, what if Hari
in a
heard that and
poo.
he's like, fuck. He's like, you were saying you're at a panel, he's at a panel, and Mike raises his hand.
They just start slow clapping and they carry me out.
Hari's like, I didn't think about it like that.
He's a phony. He sucks. They burn his documentary. All his fans become my fans.
Yeah, you just
You're
immediately
pun-based.
transfer over. Yeah, it's not even.
Takedown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's what happens in 1991. A bunch of guys attack Scarpa, and he's with Linda, his daughter, and his grandson, and they start shooting at him. Luckily, everybody was okay. I think Greg got shot, but then Greg was like, all these people have to die.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's like, stay away from my AIDS blood, Nobody was sure what to do.
Was this after he had AIDS?
Yeah, in 91, he definitely had AIDS.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he died in 93. So,
So he lived with AIDS for a little while.
yeah.
I thought he died so fast from it. That's crazy.
Yeah, poor guy
So he's
died in
killing
federal prison.
Poor guy.
So what's funny is there was a particular soldier who was involved in this war. You might say an unconventional soldier. Special Agent Lin Devecchio, who recruited Scarpa as an informant
Yeah.
in 1980. He was helping him with the war. Which is funny because we watch a lot of these documentaries, and Lin Devecchio is in almost all of them. He's just a pretty mild-mannered, in Inside the American Mob, he's in it. They sort of portray him as this pretty mild FBI agent. But this guy almost went to prison for the rest of his life.
For murder, right?
Conspiracy.
Did he murder somebody? Oh, it was the
No, yeah, he
conspiracy.
murdered
'cause
somebody.
I thought he murdered somebody. I misunderstood.
Yeah, he beat a guy to death.
Probably
Yep.
did. I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean, he's a cop.
we're going to talk about it. Yeah, he probably did. But I mean, it was the.
Well,
he
that's
gave
what they
up-
said in his trial, that he ordered murders. I don't think that happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into that now specifically?
Yeah, sure. Well, so what happened was
Yeah.
Scarpa killed a couple. Scarpa probably killed the most people in this war.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, and the Colombo family had probably the most. The Colombo family was a smaller family than the Gambinos. The Gambinos had about 600 made guys. The Colombo had about 130, so it was a fraction of the size.
Jesus.
But they had Joey Gallo took over the Colombo family in the 70s, and they had this war in the 90s, and there was something else in between that. But Scarpa killed he killed Genovese family mobster Thomas Amato by accident. He like killed the wrong guy. And then Arena loyalist Rosario Natasa, Vincent Fusaro, and James Malpiso. And when he killed this guy Fusaro, he was hanging Christmas lights on his house.
Damn.
So where do you think he found out where the guy lived? Who do you think gave him that information?
Our boy
Devecchio.
Lindy
It was Devecchio.
Devecchio.
Damn.
Which is funny because I think what happened was, I mean, we can play a clip of him in a second.
Sure.
But like, you know, obviously what happened was he became friends with Scarpa and he was rooting for him.
Yeah.
And he wanted to help him out with his war.
It sounds like it. I mean, even in the clips, he's like, yeah, he's a killer. Am I going to say I don't like the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny. Like
Right.
He doesn't deny liking him at all. Like he's like, I don't support everything the guy does.
He used to
but
do
he's
this thing with his finger where it looked like he was pulling his finger off. I mean, I never saw anything like that. Devecchio's a fucking moron.
Yeah, didn't earlier off mic you said something about like they came in and they told him about these mob related murders and he's like, yeah, we're gonna win this thing.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so that moment was like so famous because it was brought up in his trial. That moment was like so famous that they parried it in The Sopranos. There's an FBI agent who like gets too close to Tony and he's like, yeah, they got him. Yeah. Because I guess that's what happens. You're a Fed. You're just sitting around. You're pushing paper. You're eating cup noodles out of a cup, I guess. And
It's deep thoughts.
yeah. And you kind of like become wrapped up in it. You pick sides. You pick a team, and why wouldn't you go with your boy?
Yeah. Sure. It's I mean, he seemed like he was already pretty fucking crazy though. The move that he
Scarpa?
pulled, no, Devecchio. The move that he pulled to get his attention is insane. If you know that this dude is this like murderer the way he is, to go block his car in personally on his own.
Yeah,
I think that's fine. I think when you're a Fed, though, but I think when you're a Fed, you always have like the backing of the
got the
state. He
leverage.
probably told people where he was going and everything like that.
Sure.
So like that's why they have that like that unearned confidence.
Yeah.
It really is unearned confidence that these government guys have. You know,
What a
you're a
ballsy
cop-
move though.
I'm going to do that to Mark Maron to get on his podcast.
just block his driveway.
Yeah, I'm going to block his driveway with my car. Mark, interview me. I'll tell you what
so
the
I didn't
fuck.
know. So I didn't know why this guy's in my driveway, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll have him on the show.
We good? That's why is he Italian? We good?
That's the only voice I can do. I don't have what they call range. All I can do is Italian, and I can do Tom's father. Ready?
Go for it.
Hello, I'm embarrassed of my half-white kid, and I'm going to leave my family.
That's what I say.
Is that what happened?
Pretty much.
Wait, didn't you say that your dad's embarrassed that you're half white?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
And he's dead now. So who wins, bitch?
Good. Who wins? Yeah.
Who wins, you little dead bitch?
Jesus
Get your shoes off my couch.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck
It's
you.
a $300 couch.
I fucking dusted this motherfucker off for crumbs earlier.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to get a dustbuster. Anyway,
Trying?
Yeah, send in a Dustbuster fans.
we should get a P.O. box. People could send us stuff.
This is the Dustbuster owned by who's a famous mobster?
Every day we
Greg
go to
Scarpa.
Target and we try to see if anyone in the parking lot bought a dustbuster.
We're like standing outside asking for change for a dustbuster.
I went to Whole Foods this weekend for my Christmas party, and I had like 2 bags, and I was like, I bet you could rob anybody in the parking lot of Whole Foods. Just like, give me your groceries. They wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
If you're really desperate.
Yeah, no tough people. I mean, anytime, even leaving Whole Foods, you're just too calm, I think, also.
Yeah.
You feel rich, even if you're not.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
For sure. So watch out. But yeah,
he
so
doesn't go to jail though from this trial though, right?
Devecchio?
Right.
Got off.
He gets off.
Right. So in 1992, now the trial was in 2007, right?
Yeah.
So in
this is
1992, his Scarpa's AIDS lawsuit is settled for $300,000 in cash payments to his family because the hospital did not test the blood for AIDS. So Scarpa sued him.
Oh, man.
I mean, they should have tested the blood,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
I mean, even if some guy brings in, you can't just
He
bring
brought it in like
container was that?
a mason
What
jar.
kind of hospital is BYOB with blood?
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he had to set a gun down on the counter when he asked for that, though.
Yeah.
know?
Probably.
Like a tough guy.
It's just tomato sauce. Put this in me.
Yeah. But so this was the problem with Devecchio, where Devecchio was letting Scarpa just like kill people.
Yeah.
There was even a time when like a body showed up and Devecchio was like, "Who did it?" And Scarpa just like smiled at him.
Yeah. And he talked about it. He's like, yeah, he didn't say he did it, but he grinned, which is like way worse, I think.
Right.
Because it's like the opposite of being remorseful about it. He's like proud in this weird way.
I feel like he might have been. I mean, he might have not been super unremorseful because he knows he's dealing with an FBI agent.
Sure.
So he's like, it's good for both of us if I don't tell you the answer. So that's why I kind of felt
so
like,
his answer was to smile.
yeah. Because like later on,
Yeah, but he could have. I'm sure he easily could have lied to him, right?
Or just
aren't
winked or
sociopaths
said
good at
no.
lying?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, he could have been. He could have just embellished on his stories and stuff.
So he probably knew that he had Devecchio right where he wanted him.
Yeah, he probably knew that Devecchio liked it.
Yeah.
He was getting off on it like sick fuck.
Well, Devecchio would like go to Scarpa's house and have dinner over there.
Yeah.
I mean, the balls on Scarpa. But I think I said this already. He doesn't like. He almost gets a pass for being a rat because he was so good at it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bad motherfucker.
He's like Jack Nicholson in Departed.
I haven't seen The Departed. I don't know how that's possible. I know
That's
I
good.
fucked up.
Has it been spoiled yet?
It's called
for
the
you?
Mike.
I saw the
Mike
last 5
Spoils
seconds.
Movies podcast.
I saw like the last 20 seconds of it, so I already know. I don't know what any of it meant, but I knew that it was bad.
Okay.
I was reading YouTube comments on these videos. It's so funny with Scarpa. People are mad that he's racist. It's like,
Oh, really? Yeah.
Of all the things to be mad about,
Yeah.
like, I mean, yeah, he's racist. He's a murderer.
Right. There is a thing in Grand Theft Auto, though. I was playing Grand Theft Auto 4, and like you crash the car, and your character is Eastern European.
Yeah, yeah.
And he says something racist, and it like bugged me.
It is weird. It's like
weird,
they
yeah.
put that in the game. Like they
Yeah.
didn't need to.
Right.
And also, you're embodying
You
the
think he'd have
guy.
some principles, yeah. Like I didn't know he felt this way.
Yeah, you're just mowing people down on the street, and you're like, I'm glad that one was black.
Jesus Christ.
You
One
would
of them
think he's
happened
not.
to be.
Yeah, you think the people you just run people over because it's fun, not just based on.
But you don't realize that the character they created actually is happy that they're people of color or whatever.
Yeah, 4. You
it's a
must
real
have been
stain,
you
real
must
stain
have
on
been
the legacy.
21? So
Yeah.
you're internalizing all of these things that he was saying. It's
What do
like
you
I'm
mean?
glad that guy was
You
black.
trying to analyze me? Psychoanalysis doesn't work on me. I'm Frank Terranova over here.
Doesn't work on Italians in
Yeah.
general.
Haven't you seen Analyze This? They don't believe in that shit.
No.
Hey, analyze that, bitch.
Nice.
Frank said that therapy doesn't work on him because all the therapists fall in love with him.
God damn it. That's so funny.
I miss him. Come back, Frank.
Come on, Frank.
Yeah, if you're hearing this, come home.
He said his therapist was like, "Come on, let's go get an Uber. I'll give you a blowjob."
There's no way that happened. That's so funny.
But yeah, here's Lin Devecchio.
Federal Judge Jack Weinstein said that you weren't the most credible witness and that it was likely that you had both fallen under Scarpa's spell and furnished him with some warnings to protect him. It's not a murder conviction, but from him, it's not a clean bill of health.
Anderson Cooper uses Blue Apron, if you know what I mean.
Fuck you.
Not a clean bill of health, but he's working on the same assumptions that everybody else is working on. Jack Weinstein is a pretty good jurist. I mean, he's probably one of the best. But he also said, the follow-up to that is he said Devecchio didn't do anything more than the justice system does. How many criminals can you name? I mean, I can name several that they've killed 20 people. They get 6 years in prison because the government makes a deal with them. Is that dealing with the devil? Are you dancing with the devil? Of course you are. And the judges say, oh, very good. You killed 20 people. We're only going to give you 6 years in prison. And you've already served part of that time, so you're free to go. That happens a lot.
Deals are made every day.
Deals are made every day.
So Devecchio's rationalizing it because he feels like Scarpa is giving them all this valuable information.
Yeah.
But how much information was he really giving them?
Yeah, I'm curious as to what exact information it was because it's like you're still in the middle of this war where murders are happening all the time. So what is it that they were trying to do?
Yeah.
What were they trying to stop?
Right.
You could always just give up rival information, just take your opponents down a notch, and you've got this like FBI contact that you can just drop all this information, even bad information. So I feel like he thought he was smarter than he was.
Well, it's definitely like an abuse of power. Like he probably held that over people, that like he probably felt like Scarpa was his guy and he was giving him all this stuff. And, but
He's got
he
that
was,
shield.
but probably doing more harm.
Sure. But he's like, I'm out there in the streets. He felt dirty and it felt good.
Yeah.
He'd been a good husband all this time and now he's tired of it.
Dirty with AIDS bloods.
Yeah. I'm in bed with AIDS.
I don't back down from that.
But that was another thing too in this interview. He's like, you know what? If you want to sit up in your ivory tower and which that's kind of where
It seemed like he was mad at Anderson Cooper in that moment. Like he was talking to him.
Oh,
he's like,
for sure.
yeah, you sit up in your ivory tower eating your blue apron. You get AIDS the bad way, not from bad blood transfusion. You get AIDS the evil way. The kind you don't go to heaven for.
Untested Blue Apron food.
Oh yeah. By the way, if you're gonna order from Blue Apron, I do want to say, because they are sponsoring our show, that they did have an AIDS outbreak. Their food gave a couple people AIDS, so make sure you test it. All right. Yeah. So, but it's crazy because this guy almost went to jail for like the rest of his life.
Yeah.
For conspiracy, and there was even a claim that like he ordered a hit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the way he gets off, right? Are we ready to talk about that? So the way he gets off is their star witness, the state star witness was Linda, his
wife or his mistress. But he has kids.
Wait.
He had kids with Linda.
With the mistress.
Scarpa.
This
did.
is Scarpa had. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So there's this mistress, and there's this reporter who discredits her based on interviews from 10 years earlier, and they just dismantled the entire case by taking away this witness, and then Devecchio gets off.
Yeah,
and it's
but
great.
They called Devecchio's case like the worst case of corruption they had seen in like 40 years.
Jesus.
Yeah. And they clapped.
Well, because it's almost the equivalent. Like,
I saw that.
Like now, organized crime really isn't what it used to be.
Where's it at now?
I think it's mostly Russians and Albanians. I mean, we're going to do an episode on that. But also, I feel like
not sure exactly.
Yeah, because these guys, I feel like Russians know how to be quiet, not brag about what they're doing. They're just free to traffic underage girls all over the place and sell them, and they don't like write books, and they're like the way of the gangster.
Yeah. They don't have a Hollywood.
What?
They don't have a Hollywood out there getting after those.
Yeah, and they're not a proud people. They just eat borscht or whatever, and then stay quiet forever.
But
I want more borscht. That's all that their money gets them to.
But all these mob guys are like, they write books like how to. I almost did a Steve Harvey voice because that's what I was thinking of. But they basically write Steve Harvey books where they're like how to act like a man, the way of the guy code or whatever. They're all consultants on guy code. They help.
They're writers.
They're writers on guy code. They help Brandon Wardell do his. We know who that is, right?
Yeah. I was
all right, so here's what you got to do. Being a man's about integrity, and they write books and shit like that. And you don't hear from these Russian guys at all.
Yeah.
We gotta do an episode on this.
His daughter wrote a book.
Oh yeah,
it's like a super simple title. It's like My Mafia Dad Made Me, or it's really
8 simple rules for having your dad die of AIDS in the mob.
So that's an interesting thing to get into. Sorry. So I kind of like. I mean, I we've watched a lot of interviews with Linda. Did you watch any?
No, I didn't watch any with Linda.
So let me show you a clip of her, because like you really do kind of like feel for her, because you just kind of feel like she's not really.
She was put in a bad spot for sure.
I mean, anytime you're. Oh, you think just her circumstances in life were bad?
Yeah,
from the start.
Being raised by a psychopath.
Sure, that's never good.
From the get-go. Your brain's not going to be right.
So I've not seen anything from this lady, so I'm in the dark.
So there's certain stuff with Scarpa where it's like you see his reaction with his family and stuff like that, and everybody, like his kids like loved him. I mean, like, I lost my grandmother this year, but imagine I found out that she was involved in like 10 murders or something.
That'd be so sick.
I would just be like, well, I wonder what they did. Why did they bother you? No, 'cause she was like good to me. But also, it's like I think it's different when your dad is like a rat.
Yeah,
you probably don't have that camaraderie with other people.
Yeah.
Because on a lot of episodes of like Mob Wives, Karen Gravano, Sammy the Bull's daughter, gets into it with people.
Yeah.
Because they're like, your father's a rat. She's like, you don't know anything about my father.
Yeah, I guess that would suck to.
We got to have Karen Gravano on the show.
Sure.
Does she live here? You could probably get her, I bet.
Probably.
Big cat.
But yeah, so it's like you do kind of feel bad. You can just tell that Linda has lived a life of like isolation, and there is kind of like she's probably not sure who she is or what her place was. And I'm sure she feels guilty about the stuff her dad did too, because her dad killed a lot of people.
Wait, Linda's the daughter? Or Linda's the mistress?
Wife and the daughter had the same.
Yes,
the mistress and the daughter had the same.
I gotcha. Okay.
So Scarpa had 4 kids with his first wife and 2 kids with his mistress.
Man, that's crazy that he named his daughter after his mistress.
Yeah, but that was her mom.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying it was with the other lady.
Oh, no.
He's got
So
2
Linda's the
separate
daughter
families.
of Linda.
2 separate families, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was pretty. That's not.
Which is like you want to knock these guys, but how many people nowadays can provide for 2 families?
Yeah, that's the problem. These betas can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't provide enough to not live in a basement with their roommate.
Let's see Matt Bronger feed 2 Were you laughing at what I said?
Yeah.
Let's see Matt Bronger feed 2 families because that fucking guy's afraid of Christmas songs. Because Christmas songs are terrifying. Why don't you get out on the street and see what's terrifying? You fucking coward.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Anyway, friend of the show. We gotta have him on.
Bronger.
Yeah. That is funny though that he said that.
It's a good bit.
Have you ever seen a beta wear a gold chain before?
No, they don't. They're not allowed to.
Okay.
If you try to buy one at the jewelry store, they're like, excuse me, I think you're a beta.
You think I could wear a gold chain?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
let me go get
I thought you were
mine.
gonna call me a beta. You have
wanna
gold
wear
chains,
it?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. My girlfriend is like all about. She wants me to wear a gold chain. I think she's into tough guys. I don't know if I can provide for what she needs.
Wise guys, maybe.
They think they are, but then once they date enough tough guys, they want like a couple half faggots like this.
Jesus Christ.
That's not what you call Indian people, Mike.
Wow.
Wait, let me go get my chain.
Really? For the listeners?
We'll put it on the.
All right, yeah.
Let's put it on the Instagram.
Yeah, let me pause.
I look like shit.
All right, I'll take another.
All right, we're gonna take a commercial break, and when we come back, I'm gonna have my chain for Tom. Hey everybody, today's episode is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. Are you a stupid piece of shit who's too afraid to go to Walgreens to buy a fucking razor blade? Because, you're playing Call of Duty all day, you don't interact with people. It's too hard for you to go, excuse me, can I get the key for a razor blade? Because you're worthless. And we're losing to the Chinese because of you, because of people like you, because you're weak and lazy. And you need razors delivered to your fucking door like a princess. Well, Dollar Shave Club is for you. You can get the stuff delivered right to your fucking door. You don't have to even leave your house. You don't even have to put on pants in 2017, You just podcast and you game, and life is a dream.
You started eating a cookie in the middle of that ad.
Yeah, because I'm sad for my country. We lost it.
We did. That was the last straw. Was razors sent to your door. It is funny how they act like it's the hardest thing in the world to do it.
Oh, they have to, yeah.
Every one of those ads,
Like people you respect too. It's
Yeah.
like you don't have to go to the CVS.
Bill Burr does it. He'll be like, I'm tired of you fucking. You gotta ask somebody, like you got your dick in your hands. It's like, no, it's a person who works at the store. Like that's just how it is. You just have to talk to somebody.
Why does everything have to be delivered to your door?
Yeah, and it's like we can't even make phone calls anymore. Like you got a Domino's app and shit. You can't even call Domino's.
Yeah.
I still prefer to call for shit like that. I don't like the app.
I call people all the time because it's like a power move.
You do. I will say you're one of like 3 people that ever calls me. Really? I never answer my phone.
Yeah.
Like nobody calls me because I don't answer my phone. I hate it. I hate my phone.
It kind of throws people off guard.
It's weird, but yeah, the last time I picked up your call, you put on Scarlett Johansson, so it all,
Oh, yeah.
so it's all worth it.
I'm kind of like the Greg Scarpa of communication. Anyway, so we were talking about Linda. Yep. Tom's wearing my chain. Tom likes jewelry now.
Yeah,
wait, the girl you're dating right now, she's like Peruvian or something? Or?
She's Argentine.
She's like, Tommy, I want you to wear a chain.
That's her. Yeah. Damn, I just got turned on.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You're cute, but like, does she talk like that?
Yeah, that's her.
Does she go into the bodega and she's like, yo, why is soda $2?
Oh,
Have I done that? Have I done that character before?
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
know
sure
who
I
it
have.
is.
Who? What do you mean?
Isn't that Nick Mullins' day laborer character?
No, that's a
my
different
character.
one.
That's my Puerto Rican girl.
Yeah, the day
character.
laborer one's the
No,
like.
I invented Puerto Rican girl at the bodega.
Yeah, the day laborer is like
complaining about
meek.
prices.
Yeah, the day laborer is like, I was going to do this. Like, this is like
Yeah.
an aggressive lady.
Okay.
Yeah. She's like,
This
fuck
is like
out of here.
This is like Rosie Perez and I don't want a glass of water. Man, I was at the bodega earlier and a guy took a bunch of shit and the guy was like, you gotta stop. Like the bodega guy was like, you gotta stop doing this. And the guy was like, I'm good for it. And he just stormed out.
Those guys are cool though. I went in there. I didn't have cash, and the guy was like, "Get me next time."
Oh yeah, it's the best. I love that.
Yeah. We want to send a shout out to Brooklyn Deli. Please
That's a good
support
one.
Brooklyn Deli.
One of the good ones.
Yeah. Anyway, so Linda. So here's a clip of Linda Scarpa. You're gonna like this, Tom.
You see that squirrel right there looking at me? That's my father letting me know he's here. You know how? He used to feed a squirrel every day.
Now Linda lives with the painful loss and the reconciling of her father's many faces and mobster life.
Yes, he was this person that went out and committed horrific crimes, but he also was my father. I miss him and I love him with all my heart.
In 1995, Linda's brother, Joey Scarpa, was murdered execution style. Some say it was a drug deal gone bad. Others say it was payback for his dad being an FBI informant. As for Linda, she is now a divorced mother of 4 children. At one point, her dad offered to...
This piece of shit had to throw that in there. Like that's
Divorced
anybody's
mother of 4
business.
children. Yeah.
Yeah.
Husband doesn't love her anymore.
He's about to say
I know,
that
what?
kill her husband. Linda said...
He offered to kill her
Wait, we
ex-husband.
gotta rewind that.
Damn.
We gotta rewind that because of big mouth over here.
I thought you were cutting it off.
offered to kill her husband. Linda said,
Sorry, hold on.
Dad being an FBI
You can fix this,
informant.
right?
As
I
for
could
Linda,
try.
she is now a divorced mother of 4 children. At one point, her dad offered to kill her husband. Linda said, no, thank you.
That's why I left.
No, thank you. That is good journalism.
All right.
It's funny.
Fuck Australians.
It's so funny when a
First
kangaroo starts talking like that. Like, this shouldn't be the news. You can't have a news voice.
Right. Yeah. I think if my girlfriend's dad ever offered to kill me, I'd be dead by now. I don't think he would do anything. But one time on Facebook, we were out to dinner and I posted a picture of her and I was like, I'm at to dinner with my bitch. And her other family members liked it. Like her aunt was like, that's a beautiful bitch. Her Aunt Peggy.
Oh my God.
Her dad just angry faces it.
Yeah, because her family doesn't care. Yeah, and their dad was like, I think you should rethink your comment. You shouldn't say that. And I was like, don't you listen to hip hop? And I got him. Anyway.
Got him.
Jesus Christ.
Got him.
Parents on Facebook.
Bitch-ass dad.
Get off. Yeah.
Beach dad.
Anyway, so, yeah.
Man.
Scarpa's, let's talk about his
He's
legacy.
a good dad. He'll threaten to kill your ex-husband, the father of your children.
Linda said, no, thank you. It is funny.
I'm good.
It is funny when a kangaroo starts talking. Yeah.
You're just telling the news like they do that because the rest of the news story wasn't in that voice, and then all of a sudden that guy starts talking. It was very jarring.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It's about American crime too.
that's true. Yeah, it's weird. What are you talking about it for? You fucking.
Because they come over here and take all our jobs. They take all our media and film jobs. They learn how to do an American
Fucking
accent.
Aussies. That's
Anyway,
true.
Yeah.
That just proves they do know how to talk normal.
Right. They're faking it.
They're faking that shit.
You can do it. Remember that movie Kangaroo Jack?
Yeah.
I remember. That's about like these guys. They put a bunch of money in a they think is a dead kangaroo, and the kangaroo hops away. So they have to find the kangaroo. I remember that movie the trailer came out, and people got so mad.
Uh-huh.
But I just remember being like, "Yeah, what's the big deal? It seems like an okay movie."
It just was. I saw it. It was so dumb.
It's dumb.
Yeah, I think it's the CGI kangaroo, and kangaroos aren't that
And then
funny.
he raps at the end.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You're right. Kangaroos
That's
are
a
not that
huge
funny.
problem.
Kangaroos are less funny than we're giving them. They seem funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what's another animal like that where people are like, oh, that'd be a funny animal. I don't know.
They're like the Bill Maher of animals.
They say the N word.
I will say kangaroo is funny when you guys are just calling Australian people's kangaroos.
Yeah.
I gotta get going here soon. Do you
Oh,
want?
you do?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I gotta drop off
Gay
keys.
factory?
Got him.
I thought we were eating lunch.
I gotta
All right,
drop off
fine.
keys.
All right, let's
in the
wrap this
city.
up. All right, what do you think of Scarpa's legacy? Dead son, divorced wife. Probably not good, but what did he leave us with?
You know, I love what he did with. I guess everything I like that he did involved the FBI.
Yeah.
So I like that he worked with the FBI and tortured people for the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
But like his like wise guy stuff, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Hard to support that.
yeah.
I guess.
It says here you like murdered 100 to 200 people.
Is that true?
Well, I mean, how could you ever know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and 100 to 200 is a big range. That's a lot of
Yeah, right.
people.
That's like two full families.
Yeah. That's a lot. Well, 100 is like that's a big gap in the difference of numbers. 100 people is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
200 people is
Oh.
another 100 people.
I'm sorry. I meant 100 to 120.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Well, that's not that different.
Well, there's an interview of there's an interview of Michael Franzese talking about his dad, Sonny, and that he was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they said he killed like 200 people, but 200, that sounds like a lot."
Couldn't have been more than 135.
Yeah. I feel like it's classless once you stop counting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the number of people you slept with.
Yeah. Except for the number of people you sleep with. If it's a lot, that makes you like a whore or whatever. Whereas if it's 200 people you killed, it's like you're like a mercenary or whatever.
Yeah.
That's different. That's your job.
So here's what I wanted to say earlier. So like Devecchio helping Scarpa is sort of like do you think that would ever happen today? Because now the FBI is more concerned with terrorism. So do you think they would ever let a guy like carry out his business while giving them tips? Like, because that seems crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
But
know.
I guess the mafia's not as bad as terrorists.
They're not doing the numbers.
We just want to say here at the sit down, fuck terrorists.
Yeah, I don't support it anymore.
Yeah. Last week, you might have heard some pro-ISIS bits. We're against that, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've grown since last week.
Do you want to plug anything, Tom?
Yeah. Check out the podcast, Stand By Your Band.
Oh, check
Mike's
out
been
Stand
on
By
2
Your Band,
episodes.
yeah.
You're the only person who's been on twice.
Repeat
welcome.
guest.
Yeah, and you're the most edited guest I've ever had. Yeah.
Do you edit it?
Oh, I don't normally.
I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to like say crazy, outrageous stuff, but I guess, I don't know.
Well, that happens between the gold, Mike.
Well, I did a
That's
podcast
true,
in
that's
LA,
true.
and the kid told me I was the most uncomfortable guest he ever had, and that this isn't Opie and Anthony.
He said all that to you?
Yeah.
What a motherfucker.
It was
so
about
funny.
video games, and I'm like, we were talking about the pirate game of Assassin's Creed. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's funny. Pirates are allowed to fuck each other in the ocean. You'd think they'd be homophobic, but I guess
That was too far?
Yeah,
That's
that
not
was,
even
that was
that
too
bad.
far. It's all these LA guys, don't know how to have fun.
video game podcast.
Yeah, and
Don't
then
you
I was
like
like,
murder
and then I
people
said,
in
I
that game?
wonder. This might have been like not cool that I said this, but I was like, I wonder if there will ever be a female-driven Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it'll probably just be Hillary Clinton droning people. But
Lock her up. Drain the swamp. Thanks
Yes.
for listening, guys. No.
but then he's like, yeah, man, of course there will be. Of course there'll be a female Grand Theft Auto. But it's like, I don't know. You can't just, if you want to make games for girls, you can't just make guy stuff for girls. But maybe
Wait.
everybody likes Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like Grand Theft
So everybody
Auto.
likes
I think that's in everybody. I think we as a society put it on women that they wouldn't like it, but I think they do.
You think
But I
they
think
do?
a lot.
Yeah.
I think like. Yeah,
I told
mean,
that to
maybe
the girl
that's
who cuts my
controversial.
hair. She was like, "Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like killing cops?"
There you go.
And I was like, "Boing!" I got rock hard. All right, check out the Stand By Your Band podcast and check out the 20-Year-Old Movie podcast too.
Thanks for plugging my podcast, Mike.
This is America. We're a podcast economy.
Yeah.
300 million podcasts. Yeah, I'm gonna do it soon.
Yeah,
That'll
you're
be
going to
fun.
do Goodwill Hunting here
Cool.
coming up.
All right. Thanks, boys.
Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.